Ooh, welcome to the PHNX Daily Bet Show, brought to you by the one and only DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and leave a 5-star review. I'm Shane Diefenbach, joined as always by Johnnny Venerable on a nice, cool, humid, hot Friday. How we doing, Johnnny?
We have a loaded preseason slate of football, pro football to gamble on, inject it directly into my veins. I am ready. You should be too. DraftKings, the gift that keeps on giving when you can bet on the over-under for the Arizona Cardinals at Cincinnati. And you bet your sweet ass I'm going to be doing that tonight, 4 p.m. Mountain Time.
Yeah, I'm fired up. You guys are doing a halftime show, correct?
We are, myself, Bo Brock, PHNX Cardinals Live, the halftime show, the party, the place to be. We're gonna dabble after the first two quarters, give some initial takeaways, and we're gonna talk about where we're at with our DraftKings bets. So
Will you be
I think
performing? Is that type of halftime show?
no. Well, me on the screen is a gift enough for the fine viewers, America and otherwise. But 5 preseason games tonight, just. Let's go. I'm ready for it. I love pro baseball. I love Major League Baseball. I love gambling on it. There's no secret that your boys hit a little bit of a rut.
Yeah.
And the only way to get me out of that is by watching Trace McSorley tonight.
I was out at San Marcos Golf Club in Chandler today, golfing with some Burrito Express folks. And I got a text from Johnnny, not even asking if we can bet on preseason, just the picks he wants today on the show. And I just texted him like, okay, fine, we'll do it. So,
well, number one, I don't have to ask for permission as a co-host on the show, and number two is why wouldn't I bet on preseason football? I am so in tune with these NFL rosters or 53-man rosters across 32 teams that I am here to make you money on the preseason.
Well, let's not forget this is my show. So you do have to ask permission. But you don't have to ask for permission to watch tomorrow's show, which we're doing a Saturday show at noon. We're going to be previewing what people are calling the best division in football, the NFC East. It's going to be a good time. We're going to talk about the dirt teams in the NFL, and maybe one sneaky good team. We'll get to that later tomorrow, so make sure to join us then 12 p.m. right here on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel. But for now, we're using DraftKings, and we're betting on the preseason. As Johnnny said, there are 5 games tonight. There's one team that both of us like a lot, and I don't really know why. But if you want to get in on the action, download today. Use the promo code PHNX when you sign up. After you make your first deposit, you get a $1,000 risk-free bet instantly on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. No better place to bet on preseason football. I don't think there are props available for the games. There are game props. You can bet on winning margins. So Detroit Lions by 1 through 6 plus 275. A little juicy. Little juicy. But yeah, download today. Get that risk-free bet up to $1,000 after you make your first deposit when you sign up at DraftKings using that promo code PHNX. But just remember, minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for more details. Johnnny. We both like the same team a lot. Why don't you go ahead and tell us who you like tonight?
Well, I can't jag off tonight. No Urban, but I am going to go Cardinals +2. I think they go on the road and get the W at Cincinnati. I think they're going to play a lot of their defensive starters. I think we're going to see young players get prime action. And I also think offensively, they're showcasing a lot of fringe wide receivers that they could make available for a trade. I think the Bengals, based on their beat reporters, people who cover the team, are not as locked into this game as maybe the Cardinals are. Lions -2. Dan Man Campbell has a winning record as the preseason head coach of this team. I think that means something. This is the perfect kind of setting for the Lions to overachieve. Is the preseason. So I like the Lions -2 tonight. I think they win by more than a touchdown. And then the Packers are out for revenge after losing that divisional round game. I think Trey Lance stinks it up, and I think we're going to be talking about how good Jordan Love looks tonight. A lot of the key defensive players for San Francisco are not playing. So I think that this is a big night. And I think Green Bay in particular has a bunch of receivers trying to crack this top 4 over the rotation. They're going to be playing with Jordan Love tonight. A lot of new pieces. So I think the Packers roll. I think I would take their money line outright, but +2.5 seems fair. And then I think the Cardinals hit the over by themselves. I think they score over 30 points tonight because it's the preseason. Why the hell not?
Yeah, love it. Love the Lions. Love the you didn't mention the biggest part of it though. I'm taking the Lions as well, and I'm taking them because they're the Hard Knocks team, baby. Lions
yeah.
-2. Give me it injected in my veins. I also like the Jets tonight. See some Breece Hall maybe. Could be a fun time. So I'm taking the over in that game as well. 35.5, which is like 50 points in a regular game. So really excited for that. The preseason games that have a lot of points scored. There's really nothing better than great football. Good football. It's great football. This is great football.
Preseason football, when you've been robbed of football for 6 calendar months, is great until we get to the third game and everybody's like, just start the flipping regular season.
Yeah, you mentioned Man Campbell. I think he's going to get this team riled up tonight, and that's why I like them. They're -2.5 on the DraftKings Sportsbook right now. So get that while you can before it moves any further toward the Lions. I did just want to talk briefly before we get out of here about what we saw from yesterday's games. There was one thing that really stood out, and people were talking about it on Twitter. Malik Willis is probably going to be a pretty good quarterback. I mean, it's one game, very small sample size, but the skill set he has looks NFL ready. What did you think about him yesterday?
At the very worst, this is a compliment. He's going to be Tyrod Taylor, and I think he's got a bigger arm. He's got better mobility. People overthought this in the draft process. Kenny Pickett should not have gone above Malik Willis in the NFL draft. I said at the time, he is somebody who is going to be a Jalen Hurts-esque player with, I think, better mobility. He is a more natural runner. You go back to his Liberty tape. He is somebody right now that his strengths and what he does well play to what the NFL has moved to offensively. And so to get him where they did in the third round, Tennessee, and otherwise franchise in transition, they lose A.J. Brown. It looks like Tannehill's days might be numbered. I would be tempted. If they get off to a slow start this year, I would pull the ripcord and see what I have for 8 to 10 games that would allow me then to go into the offseason like the Philadelphia Eagles did once upon a time with Hurts and say, we can build around this guy. But what did we see once upon a time from Russell Wilson? He took over. You know this, Shane. He took Matt Flynn's job as a third-round pick. He was just so impressive in the preseason. With some guys, it's just evident. Can you play or can you not? I have watched Daniel Jones for 4 years. Unfortunately, he is not special. He cannot play, right? People are making excuses left and right for Trey Lance. Trey Lance will not look as good as Malik Willis did last night. You can bet your sweet ass on that.
Yeah, I'm stoked to see some of these guys. I think this is a very interesting rookie class. I don't think it's the best, but I definitely think it's interesting. And
I love sleepers, man. I love it.
We'll talk about the Giants at length tomorrow. Obviously not picking up Daniel Jones's fifth-year option. Usually no quarterback comes back from that. So we'll see where that goes. They showed up the offensive line, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Again, we'll talk about that tomorrow right here on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel at noon. Grab some Four Peaks, hang out with us. You can get Four Peaks wherever you get your beer in Tempe, so make sure to do that. Before we get out of here, I actually remember we need to give a DraftKings Sportsbook pick of the week, and I don't want to do it tomorrow because it's like it wouldn't be a pick of the week. Well, what would yours be?
Jags, because I am anti Cleveland Browns. I do not want to see Deshaun Watson on my TV screen tonight. I posted that this morning on Twitter, and very predictable Browns fans in my mention saying, just don't watch that. Roger Goodell, kindly suspend his ass before this game tonight. Jags money line. Screw Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, I agree with that. That is my DraftKings Sportsbook pick of the week as well. -125 on DraftKings right now. You get Jaguars money line. Jaggin is, they are favored for probably the only time this year. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, as I said, get Four Peaks. Hang out with us tomorrow. You can get it wherever you get Urban Outfitters. Sure. Yeah, we got Urban Meyer. Poor Urban Meyer. RIP. He's still working at Urban Outfitters. Thank you, producer David, for that.
No, that's me. I took control.
Of course, that was Johnnny. I should just take that out because you really love clicking on that. You can get Four Peaks wherever you get your beer in Arizona. Grab some, hang out with us tomorrow at noon. Just a reminder, you got to be 21 or over to drink it and enjoy it responsibly. We'll be back tomorrow at noon with an NFC East Division preview show. It's going to be a good time. You can follow me on Twitter at Shane Deef. You can follow Johnnny on Twitter at Johnny Venerable. You can follow the show on Twitter at PHNX_bets. Back tomorrow at noon, every Monday through Friday, and tomorrow, Saturday, on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel. Peace, love, and preseason football.